Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Memorial Day Assembly. At this time, I would ask that you all rise, remove your hats, and remain silent as the Radnor Color Guard presents our country's colors. And now, for the singing of our national anthem, Radnor High School senior, Mr. Jason Hurl. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, I call Kyle Addis, Senior Class President, who will speak about the history of Memorial Day. Mr. Kyle Addis.
Memorial Day is an American holiday with roots dating back to 1868. It was at this time that Northern Civil War veteran and General John A. Logan called for a National Day of Remembrance for those who died in service to their country during the Civil War. This first observation, then known as Decoration Day, took place on May 30th, 1868. On that day, General James Garfield, who would later become the 20th President of the United States, made a speech at Arlington National Cemetery, after which thousands of participants decorated the graves of the 20,000 soldiers buried there. Decoration Day observations took place for a number of years, although the shift to calling the observance Memorial Day took place during the 1880s. During World War I, Memorial Day evolved to honor American military personnel who died serving in any American conflict, not just the Civil War. While the observances continued, it was not until 1968 that Memorial Day was declared a federal holiday by the passing of the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. Today, Memorial Day provides us the opportunity to remember the military personnel who gave the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We thank those who serve, who have served, and who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom.
Thank you, Kyle. Now to speak about Radnor High School's Wall of Honor, Radnor High School Social Studies teacher, Mr. David Wood.
Good morning. As I was driving into school today, I heard on the radio an announcer talking about this weekend. He mentioned the beach, he mentioned traffic, he mentioned picnics. The one thing he did not mention in his opening was anything about the purpose for this weekend. This weekend is not a weekend for you to go have fun, although that's surely going to happen. This is a weekend where you should take some time to remember those that have sacrificed for our country. And I think that that's something we often miss. One of the goals of the Wall of Honor, as our students here at Radnor worked on, was to get regular students from Radnor High School to invest their time and energy to honor these people. And as you go through the auditorium lobby in the next day or so, look at the Wall of Honor, hit the touch screen, and play one of the names that Mr. King is about to read for you. Those names are people that sacrificed for our country and for the freedom that you have today. And I think that the Wall of Honor is a way that we here at Radnor can keep their memories alive. They are you. They were sitting in a similar seat, some of them even sitting in the same gym for a Memorial Day Assembly in 1968. And you think about that, and you think about who they are and how they relate to you. And I think that's how we can truly honor these people. And so as you proceed through your weekend, I think you need to just spend a little bit of time to remember who they are and what they mean. So Mr. King, I think, is going to come forward and read their names. Thank you.
Oopsie. World War I, William Bateman, Wallace Craig Dixon, Edward Gallagher, Norman B. Hallman, George H. Ryder. World War II, Raymond J. Ballone, Edwin M. Blackstone, Arlington Ward Canizares Jr., Vincent Capelli, Samuel E. Carr, Dominic Castorani, Ralph Colflesh, Vincent J. Cornacchio, Anthony Leslie Cowan, Louis Dirico, James Di Bartolomeo, Charles A. Di Valerio, Ralph J. Falcone, David Farrell, Gurney Fine, George Lee Jameson Forster, Robert Handy, David Houghton, Richard L. Holland, George Rushton Howell III, Mary Holmes Howson, George H. Hurst, Alan L. Jacobs, Richard Kavanaugh, Paul T. Knight, Raymond S. Couts, Robert R. Love, Stephen W. Marsh, Jr., Albert Maxlow, Dominic A. Matza, Edgar D. Morris, Jr., Ralph C. Odoricio, Ralph Pietropaolo, Howard G. Potts, Anthony S. Rich, Frederick E. Reidner, Jr., William Leslie Robinson, Charles E. Seward, Jr., Edward Sickles, E. G. Smith, Paul H. Stahl, Charles P. Wassel, Frank Wassel, Harry Wassel, Christine Blackadder Weston, James M. Whiteman, John T. Whiting, Jr., Harry A. Winham, the Korean War, Alois Anton Führer, the Vietnam War, Donald D. Burris Jr., Lawrence J. Marshall, John P. Murphy.
Each name that was just read was a Radnor student just like you. Each of those names walked the halls of Radnor. They signed up to serve our country. They went off to war, and they never came back. At this time, I would ask each of you to remain silent and stand as Senior David McPherson honors their memory with the playing of taps. Please remain standing and silent after he finishes until the colors are retired. Thank you, everyone. You are dismissed. Have a great day.